In India, India has expressed deep concern over the ongoing US and Israeli strikes on Iran, urging all parties to pursue dialogue and diplomacy to protect civilians. Iran's Supreme Leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei was killed in an attack on February 28, triggering Iranian retaliation across the region. Latin American leaders have strongly condemned the strikes, calling for a peaceful resolution. Mexican President Claudia Sheinbaum has emphasized the human cost, while Cuban and Colombian leaders have also criticized the attack on civilians in Iran. British Prime Minister Keir Starmer has defended his decision not to join the strikes despite criticism from US President Donald Trump. Keir Starmer has said the UK must always act in its national interest. In Pakistan, protests continue after Khamenei's death, with at least 23 killed, as President Asif Ali Zardari has condemned the war on Iran. Let's listen into what the leaders have shared.
Pakistan remains deeply concerned at the recent grave developments and has always sought to prevent unilateral attacks on any country. In this spirit, we strongly condemn the war being waged on Iran while negotiations were underway. We have reaffirmed our support for sovereignty and territorial integrity of our brotherly nation. I join all Pakistanis to condoling the martyrdom of Iran's supreme leader, Ayatollah Ali Khamenei.
No es un asunto de si uno está de acuerdo con un régimen u otro, sino que quien pague es la población civil. El bombardeo de una escuela de niñas, y en todos los países, al final, quienes sufren pues es los pueblos. Entonces, por eso el llamado de México a elevar siempre la solución pacífica.
Now we welcome back both our guests. First, I would like to welcome back Mr. Daniel Boardman for this. Mr. Boardman, thank you for staying with us. You know, as we see a lot of international leaders comment on the situation, but no one has been aiding openly Iran or backing Iran openly other than Hezbollah, the proxy of Iran itself. Do you think Iran did have true friends, I must say, like Russia or China? Who do you think those are?
There's no true friends in the axis of evil, is what you're learning. Russia historically is the worst friend in the entire world, and they keep the record up. This is standard Russian practice. So there's no surprise there. China, you know, they sent more rocket fuel and like they've supported, but like they're not gonna get involved in a outside their territory. They don't have the ability to help. And the proxies were never really friends. They were proxies, right? The Islamic Republic did not come to the aid of Hezbollah and Hamas and PIJ when they were being dismantled, right? The job of the proxy is to die for the motherland, or die for the puppet master, and not the other way around. So they have the remnants of Hezbollah. I don't want to completely, dump on the IGC right now. There's a few riffraff Iraqi Shia militants. I think they're attacking the embassy. So they got some riffraff in Iraq, and it looks like they might have been able to be part of some instigations in Bahrain, possibly. So they've got this is their version of the Avengers. It's not the most impressive coalition the world's ever seen. I would take the U.S. Israeli combined Air Force, Navy, and militaries over them, and I think it's kind of playing out that way. So no, this is, again, if you want, like, I don't know how many proof points. BRICS isn't real. Like, BRICS is not a real thing. It's not. It's definitely not a defense alliance. It's not a counter NATO. It's not even like an economic anything alliance. Yeah. So no, Russia's not coming to their aid. China's not coming to their aid. Hezbollah is gonna die. They've got 6 rockets off. They might be able to get a few dozen more off before. Again, they don't have the element of surprise, and they can't even get the Houthis to contribute here. Like, where are they can't even call up a bunch of Houthi strikes for the good old days.
Yes.
So they do not look very strong right now.
Thank you,
say the
Mr.
least.
Boardman, for sharing that. Building on that, I would like to also bring in welcoming back Mr. Wagner to this. Mr. Wagner, what's your take, and how do you think Iran will, have this last push, if I may say, in terms of using their proxies? And like Mr. Boardman said, there are some other maybe people who support Iran or Iranian regime in Iraq as well.
Well, the leopard doesn't change its spots, and so I don't think there's any reason we should expect that the ongoing relationship between the Iranian government and its proxies is going to not be in play in a situation like this. It was always, in my mind, just a question of time until Hezbollah and some of the other proxies got into the game. I find myself wondering, how long is it going to be until the UAE and Saudi and Kuwait, Bahrain, Qatar, are they going to join in here? It seems to me that Iran is walking a fine line by stirring things up in these countries, but not stirring it up enough to solicit a military response. If the Gulf countries decided to get involved, seems to me, with everyone ganging up on Iran, this would be over much more quickly, and it would be doing wonders for the idea of sovereignty among the Gulf nations. Even where we are today has done a lot toward that end. And I would add that the idea of having additional countries join the Abraham Accords stands much greater chance as a result of what's gone on here than would be the case if this war had not been pursued.
Thank you very much, Mr. Wagner and Mr. Boardman, for sharing that insight. Please do stay with us as we have another breaking news coming in from Israel.